and welcome to this episode of Everyday Enchantment. I am your host, Stacey Andon, and I want to talk about summer intentions because for so long, we just kind of, at least I don't know if this is your story, but this is my story. I just rolled right in. I didn't even think about intentions. I thought about resolutions in the beginning of a new year, right? All the ways I needed to fix myself. And then that kind of faded away, or I felt guilty about it sometime in March or maybe at the end of the year when I was reflecting. But I didn't really spend a lot of time throughout the year doing any reflection or doing any intentional, like, okay, what do I really want this season to be about for me? What do I want to stay anchored in? And I think for most of us, again, it's an easy thing. I know I just kind of let the world and my life just kind of roll along and pick up steam, and I forget to stop. And I think it's a great time to stop right now because we're right in the middle, or kind of quasi straddling the first half of the year. And then we're about to enter into the second half. And summer is this beautiful middle space where it kind of allows like winter and spring to transition into summer and fall. So here's what I want to talk about and what I want to share with you because I practice this myself. So usually at the beginning of the year, I might pick a word, but I pick some things that I really want to feel and focus on. And then I just kind of put them in motion. And again, I love to create visual things for myself. So whether I put the word somewhere on my phone, on my back, like my desktop background, you name it, just so it stays energetically connected to me. There's so much intuitive just magic we can do that's very simple when we connect to the energy of something. We don't have to do a lot of work around, oh, I have to make this intention come true and I've got to make this intention happen. We need, or I like to trust the process of once we pull it kind of out of, I love Deepak Chopra's The Field of Potential, all potential, potentiality, and we pull that down into form. Ooh, I want to feel really connected this year. I want to feel really creative. We can also look at it, if you don't do that annually, which is what I'm suggesting right now, seasonally, and say, ooh, how do I want to be in relationship with summer? What is most important to me? Do I want to feel pleasure this summer or fun? Like, and again, it doesn't mean you don't want other things, but it's really kind of narrowing our focus energetically so that you don't get to the end of the summer and go, gosh, where did the time go? And you know what? That didn't really unfold the way I wished it would have. I wished I would have, blah, 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 blah. So I want me and you to not get to any place in the future and have a whole long list of regrets. So what I've been doing myself as practice and clients as well too, is really setting before the container opens. Okay, what is it? Do I want to have a playful summer? Is that the energy that I want? And if that's true, I love to also ask myself, what is the color of my intention? So if my intention is playfulness, I don't know, I think of like bright green or blue or pink, maybe. You start to just, again, there's no right or wrong answers, but you start to create the energy around whatever this is. Maybe it has a smell to you. Maybe it has a taste to you. There are lots of ways we can use our senses in simple ways to make this energy really easy to use on the daily basis. So it doesn't become one more thing you have to do. Oh, I have to remember my summer intention and I've got to get all focused and what have you. No, like especially if it's playfulness, let it be more playful. Let it be easy and let it be fun. So, okay, let's go with this playful idea as an example because that sounds really amazing. And it came forward as I was sharing this podcast or writing or doing this podcast. And so I also really trust whatever comes through. I don't have to go and journal for 5 hours. Now, if you love to journal or that's your mode, do it. But you don't have to make it more complicated. So to me, playful comes right up. I trust it. And I say, ooh, how does that feel? Playful for this summer. Yeah, I want to be more playful. Maybe the color yellow comes forward. That's immediately what I'm thinking now that I'm asking myself right now, what color is this energy? So yellow, sunshine, corn on the cob. I don't know, Sandy Beach maybe has a little yellowish golden to a sunset has some yellow or sunrise. There's lots of beautiful colors and senses around that. And, when I think about yellow too and playful, it's like a buttery caramel if I'm putting a taste to it. I'm also seeing like beautiful monarch butterfly flying around and just enjoying space. So again, you see how I just took something just very simple, playfulness, and now I'm building it out by just asking myself, ooh, if it were a color, if it was a taste, what is it? And the more we do that, we're building that energetic profile to create this intention and then anchor it in. Like I just imagine then this beautiful yellow energy just being grounded in my body, like a thread that we kind of like, how we have these veins and the blood's, it's just like the blood is traveling around. There's this beautiful yellow energy traveling through me that's just reminding my cells and all the parts of me to be playful and have fun. So again, maybe something you've tried before, but maybe you haven't done it with the sensory experience. I also then love, maybe I get a crystal, citrine is yellow or something else. I love to have visuals around my house. Again, I imagine that energy, that playfulness, and then I put the things around in my environment. Maybe I put something in the car that's yellow, like a little yellow flower, whatever calls to you. And so again, you're almost like, it reminds me of if you were spraying a bottle of perfume and you were spraying it all around. Like you're literally putting the scent of this energy and this intention in your home, in your car, out, wherever it is that you travel so that your environment is already wired with this in a way that, again, that then you trust. You can't help but be playful because you've saturated it. Well, maybe not oversaturated, but you've definitely been intentional about putting it in places. And then maybe in the morning you wake up and you think about, ooh, what would be playful today? Or you ask yourself once a week, or you pull a card from an oracle deck and you say, ooh, what is my summer's intention, my playfulness, or whatever that is? What does it want to share with me today or this week or this month? Be in relationship with it in a way that isn't a chore. You don't have to overthink it. You can trust whatever comes through you and experiment. If you try the yellow and it's like, ooh, a couple of days go by and you're like, this is not it. Well, play with a different color, play with some different things. If playfulness feels again like it doesn't quite fit you after you've been using it or being in relationship with it, shift to something else, maybe pleasure. And that's the beauty of an intention. It's fluid, it can be in flux, and it is absolutely going to have your unique signature on it, which is why I love to do this kind of easy energy work, because whatever the word, the senses, all of these pieces are going to be wired uniquely with who you are, how you are on this planet, and you are going to be then the expert on how to create this for yourself. You don't have to be like, I need to read 3 books and I need to do all these things. No, you don't. Go out into the world and just be like, sharing some playfulness today. And I invite the miracles. I invite the universe to surprise and delight me. As much as I'm showing up, I'm absolutely expecting playfulness to be this ally and partner with me for the next 3 months, the next 90 days, whatever. Maybe you do it all year. You get to decide and choose. And so this is not the the route, regimented way of trying to focus on something. This is inviting there to be, again, this fluidity around, and then anchoring it in ways. I love to curate an environment that feels uniquely mine. And maybe it's even just like a little part of my nightstand that's really, really special. I pull a card for the summer, I have a stone, and maybe I even have a scent, right? Maybe there's a particular scent that I mix, or essential oil or any of those kinds of things. And I just blend those things. So every time when I'm smelling tangerine or lemon, I'm reminding myself again, it's just like fun way of saying, how can I expand into playfulness if I'm feeling constricted? Is there a way for this situation or this day to be more playful, more connected, more pleasurable, more creative, fill in the blank? All right, my loves, let me know what you think about this. And if you're setting an intention, I'd love to hear about it. Come pop over to my Facebook group, Everyday Enchantment, join the fun, and tell us what your intention is for this summer. And again, I know one of the ways that I think is fun and getting supported is having a coach, having somebody that gets to help you, again, not tell you what to do, but help you discover these things within yourself. So if that piques your interest, then pop over to my website and look at my offerings. We could do a session together on this. We could do an entire coach program this summer. I would love to support you in making your summer really line up with what that intention is, letting it be more easy, letting it be more fun. All right, beautifuls, I will talk to you soon until we meet again. That's it for now, loves. Thank you for tuning into this episode. Get all the juicy details and links we've mentioned in the show notes. If learning more about how you can use your own enchantment to live a oh hell yes life, come get your own coaching session with me by going to stacyandon.com and signing up for my homepage. And as always, come chat with me about this topic and all things enchantment in my Facebook group, Everyday Enchantment. See you on the flip side.